and welcome to Nevada State High School's Connecting Interests to Occupations tutorial for all students. Use the guide bar at the bottom of the presentation to navigate through the presentation. Go ahead, click the forward button now to begin the presentation. During this tutorial, we will discuss general information about career planning, the Holland Code, and occupational clusters. At the end of the presentation, you will take a 5-question quiz. Follow along closely and let's get started. Click the next slide when you are ready. Nevada has a website, Nevada Career Information System, or NCIS for short, which provides free career and college planning for Nevada residents. We will be using this website to complete a skills survey to find out what occupational cluster or clusters is right for you and how to find a program of study to connect you to a career path. Click the next slide when you are ready. The NCIS website can be found at nevadaworkforce.com and is sponsored by the DETR, Department of Employment, Training, and Rehabilitation. The purpose of the website is to help all residents make informed career and education choices. Though we will be coming back to this website often in this class, you are encouraged to explore the website in this tutorial. You can even create an account to save your college and career searches free of charge. Click the next slide when you are ready. NCIS and Nevada State High School provide career assistance so you can be prepared for key skills and tasks needed to maintain and excel in your career. The career field can be very demanding, and your marketability to employers increases if you have a greater knowledge of key career skills. Both the website and NSHS will help you get hired at a higher rate with demonstrable career skills. Planning a pathway towards the career suited for you begins with a good education, and NCIS will tell you where in the United States schools are located that have your program of study. NSHS is here to help you apply and secure the prerequisites, skills, and grades to be accepted where you want to go. Click to the next slide when you are ready. We are now ready to begin your career inventory. The activity sheet has the steps written down for you. You will need to open a new browser on the internet and keep this window and website open for the rest of this tutorial. Watch along as the tutorial walks you through the steps on the next slide, and you will see a video showing you exactly what to do. Right now, we will only be completing the first part of the career inventory. At this time, we will be stopping at the green bar labeled Skills. Remember to follow along with the steps on the tutorial. You can always replay the video as many times as you need and have a little fun with this part. It is a quiz all about you. Click the next slide when you are ready. First, in the new browser you opened, we need to go to the website nevadaworkforce.com. Once you are there, find the link labeled Career Information found inside the top middle navigation bar. Once there, click the blue and green logo for NCIS on the right side of the page. Next, under Nevada Resident, click NCIS. Here you will use the pull-down tab to select your city and type in your zip code. Let's put Henderson in 89015 for right now, then click Sign In. From here on the top middle, find Assessments, then, without clicking anything else, in the drop-down screen, click Skills. Click the red Select Skills button on the left. This is an activity that will use your skills and interests to match occupations to you. Drag skills to the appropriate categories. If you are unsure of what a skill means, drop it on the button titled "Drop One or More Skills Here" for quick reference. It will pull up the definition for you. If you would like to remove a skill from your list, simply drag it back out of your list. Make sure to take your time and read through your choices so that you can get occupations customized to your choices. Once you are finished, click Get My Results. Make sure to leave this page up. We will come back to this page to see how your results correlate to your personality and a career. The Holland Code is a list of occupational choices based upon 6 personality types. It was developed by psychologist John L. Holland, who found your personality should drive your career options. The 6 personality types include realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. Some people may fit into more than one type. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Here's a visual representation of the Holland Code. Take a minute to look at the jobs you are interested in. Do the personality types match yours? Does your personality match the career you have been thinking about? Does anything surprise you about this picture? Click to the next slide when you are ready. We are now ready to continue the career inventory. The activity sheet has the steps written down for you. This tutorial will walk you through the steps on the next slide, and you will see a video showing you exactly what to do. We will only be completing the next 2 steps. Remember to follow along with the steps as the video guides you, but you can always replay the video as many times as you need. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Continuing on the web page where we left off, click Holland Personality Types. Now you will see all 6 personality types listed with your rank next to each. Write your rank on your inventory sheet. Be sure to read about your top 3 descriptors. Start thinking about how these might transform into that career you've always thought about. Leave this browser open until the end of this tutorial. Click to the next slide when you are ready. This is where you will record your rank for the Holland Code. As you can see, an example has already been recorded for you. Now write down your results. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Occupational clusters are 16 groups of careers that are grouped together because they have similar characteristics. If you click each cluster, you may find occupational titles to explore. Each of these are specific careers related to that cluster. If you click on a career, you will find information needed to start your journey towards the career, including a program of study needed to earn the correct qualifications for the career. Are you ready to begin the journey towards a career you are excited about? Click to the next slide when you are ready. Occupational clusters are just the starting point for finding a career that might interest you. Each cluster has multiple occupational careers listed once you pick a cluster. NCIS provides a wealth of knowledge about each career to answer any question you should have. Each career will explain the daily activities, duties to be performed, hiring process, wages, advancement opportunities, skills needed, outlook in the career, good high school classes to take, and those are just some of the topics covered. NCIS also provides information about where each career is in the most need and how the pay fluctuates from state to state. In some cases, you can also view an interview with a professional from the prospective field. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Under each career on the left is a link for programs of study. This is where you get a chance to see how to get that dream job and find degree or certificate requirements. There is also a list of colleges in the United States that offer you a program of study listed by state and then listed by degree for you to be able to compare colleges to find the right fit for you. You can even find out what the program admission is like and what is required from GPA to classes needed to letters of recommendations from high school and when and where you can send your application. Click to the next slide when you are ready. We are now going to continue with the career inventory. We will be completing the section circled in red labeled Occupational Clusters. The activity sheet has the steps written down for you. Let's walk through the steps on the next slide, and you will see a video showing you exactly what to do. Remember to follow along with the steps on the video, but you can always replay the video as many times as you need. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Using the back button from the Holland Code Rank page, go back to the Skills Assessment page and click Occupational Clusters. Here are your 16 occupational clusters and your personal ranking next to each based on the skills you chose. Record your ranking on your inventory sheet and remember to leave this browser open until the end of the tutorial. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Record your occupational cluster's ranking on your inventory sheet similar to the example provided. Click the next slide when you are ready. We are now ready to complete the career inventory activity. The activity sheet has the steps written down for you. The tutorial will walk you through the steps on the next slide and you will see a video showing you exactly what to do. Remember to follow along with the steps on the video, but you can always replay the video as many times as you need. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Use the back button to get back to the main skills summary screen and click Top 30 Occupations. The system has found these to be your top 30 occupations. From the list, identify your highest overall rated occupation and record the rating and name of the occupation. If you have a tie, pick your favorite from the highest overall rating. For example, the highest here overall rated occupation is Instructional Coordinators with a rating of 50. Click the occupation. On the next screen, click the link to the left that reads Programs of Study. Search through the list of the programs of study that are directly related to this occupation. Find one that interests you and write the name of it on your activity sheet. For example, you could write down Secondary Education. Use the back button to get back to the page with your top 30 occupations. Now identify your highest rated occupational cluster. You can also do this by finding your highest ranked cluster in the previous section. If you have a tie, pick your favorite. For example, the highest here rated occupational cluster is education with a ranking of 40. Click the occupational cluster and find the link to the left that reads Programs of Study. Search through the list of programs of study and find one that interests you. Write the name of it on your activity sheet. For example, you could write Library Science. Use the back button to get back to your top 30 occupations. Lastly, pick an occupation that interests you the most and record the rating and name of the occupation. For example, Energy Engineer with a rating of 47. Click the occupation, find Programs of Study, and find a program of study that interests you. For example, Engineering Physics. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Just now we recorded our top 3 occupations, their rankings, and a program of study for each. An example is shown here. At this time, the career inventory activity should be complete. If you're finding that you are missing a section, feel free to watch any of the videos again to be able to finish the activity. Click to the next slide when you are ready. It's a done deal. We've completed the presentation for connecting your interests and an occupation. You can now sit down and start forming a pathway to your dream career. Keep in mind the valuable information we went over, like general information regarding using NCIS and all of their planning tools, the Holland Code and what careers your personality type leads you towards, and occupational clusters and the wealth of knowledge each cluster holds. This can all seem a bit overwhelming, but everyone at Nevada State High School is here to help you formulate a pathway towards college and into your dream career. Now, let's take a short 5-question quiz on your understanding of the tutorial. Click to the next slide when you are ready.
Let's go through a couple of things before you begin your 5-question quiz, including number 1. After answering each question, click Next. Number 2. After answering all the questions from the quiz, click Submit All. Number 3. You will have 2 opportunities to take and pass the quiz. Take your time and read each question carefully. Click to the next slide when you are ready to begin.
Here's question number 1. True or false? The state of Nevada has a website, nevadaworkforce.com, which helps people find their career interests, occupational clusters, programs of study, and jobs that may be right for them. Select your answer and click the Next button when you are ready, or the Back button to go back to a previous question. Remember to click the Submit All button when you are ready to give a final submission of your entire quiz and receive a grade. Here's question number 2. Check all of the following reasons that describes why so much emphasis is put on careers at NSHS. Select your answer and click the Next button when you are ready, or the Back button to go back to a previous question. Remember to click the Submit All button when you are ready to give a final submission for your entire quiz and receive a grade. Good work! Here is question number 3. Which of the following best describes the Holland Code? Select your answer and click the Next button when you are ready, or the Back button to go back to a previous question. Remember to click the Submit All button when you are ready to give a final submission for your entire quiz. Keep it up. Question number 4. True or false? Each of the occupational clusters is very limiting and most often contains only 1 or 2 jobs that are currently low in demand. Select your answer and click the Next button when you are ready, or the Back button to go back to a previous question. Remember to click the Submit All button when you are ready to give a final submission for your entire quiz. Final question, question number 5. What makes the occupational clusters useful to users? Select your answer and click the next button when you are ready, or the back button to go back to a previous question. Remember to click the Submit All button when you are ready to give a final submission of your entire quiz.